Yeah, we're here live once again for another episode, edition, installment of the Post Up. Get your popcorn ready. We got a good one coming up in just a few minutes. This will be a condensed version of the Post Up because, yeah, I think we're all ready for the defending champs. Got to take on the 7-0 Cascadia. Do we call them the Cascadia? I think the way they're playing, they are the Cascadia for sure. But before we get into that, I'm here with you, Jalen. You feeling good today, man?
I'm feeling great.
Nice sweater over there, by the way. That post-up sweater is mean.
Oh, I know.
Guess who won't be getting one based on what he had to say on Blazing Takes? Drayton.
Oh,
Drayton. All right. Anyhow, Rocky Mountain slumping yet again. We saw this last season, man. We saw something that looked a little bit like this last season, where they started off hot and everyone was like, "Oh my goodness!" But now they've dropped quite a few in a row. Jalen, are you concerned? Is this the same pattern as last season, or is something different about it?
um, it's almost exactly the same pattern. I believe last season they started off 5-0 and then went to lose some 4 or 5 straight after that before Coach Robinson his departure. And shortly after his departure, they went on another run and was one of the top seeds in the race to one. So
Yeah.
hopefully, for their sake, hopefully it's the same kind of trend. But hopefully they can do it with Coach Robinson. I don't think that he's the problem necessarily. I just think they've had some tough breaks, a couple close games against the North and Lakeshore Drive. They probably should not have lost those 2 games. Um, and then you run into the originators and get upset by DMV. Those things happen, but I think that they'll get on a run here pretty soon. I don't know if they're gonna go on one of those runs like they did last year where they won another 5, 6 straight, but I think they'll even it back out and they'll be very competitive coming down the stretch.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I want to see them do well. I'm rooting for them. I really like those jerseys. Everyone else hates on them. I think those jerseys are mean. Look, we gonna keep moving though. Speaking of slumps, we have a little bounce back here. Are you back on board with H Town after their big win and how good they looked last night?
I'm not gonna say back on board because truthfully, I had coming into the season, I held this team in a pretty high regard. Um, Coming before the season, I knew that they didn't add any shooting, and they also lost their best shooter in Cam Jones, so I knew that would be a problem. But I still thought that with their size and athleticism, they would be able to dominate most teams at this level, at least on the interior. And we haven't really seen it that much. I think last night it was a good little tune-up game for them and their new coach UB Brown. You get to see him get a win. Well, not as new, but he's returning. Good to see him get a win to see if they can get this team on the road.
Yeah. Well, we're rooting for them. Like I said, they're a hometown favorite. We're allowed to like someone and cheer for them. But give us a reason to cheer. Good Lord. Before we get on with it, though, man, I got to do the ritual. All the folks that popped in here early, and are not gonna leave. Look at them in there working, getting their IQ up, working on their game, and it's sure to pay off over time. So let's get these shout outs in. DJ Davis in the building, Rip Akiri. You gonna tell us how to pronounce that, or come on one of the shows to help us out. Alex Matthews, Suno Chopper, Malachi King out there in the recruiting world. Coach Drayton in the building. Kai Killings, Daniel Irvin, Coach Skinny, Charles Pinkard in here earlier. Coach Pope's in here. Both the Coach Popes in here early before the game. Big Daddy Lat. I'm sorry, man. I think that's a dope name. King Arthur's dope too, but King Arthur Lattimore in the building. Marco Jacobs, Trey Hyman, Cam Jones, Losi Thomas. I'm getting them all in. Yes, I am. Lank in the building. Coach Dodge. Yeah, we're good. I got them all in. The early ones get the shout out. But before we get out of here, man, let's talk even more Jafet Towns. Why not? Jafet Towns has been balling. Is he that guy? And when I say that guy, I mean, is he the guy? Is he him? Is he Himmy Towns? Whatever, all that stuff. Is he that guy for you?
He is. I don't really see how anybody could argue otherwise. The guy can do it. He does it all at all three levels. We saw him score 27 again last night. He's averaging 27 and a half. Um, had 10 points just in overtime. It was, Southeast Select. Shout out to them. They did a great job on him for 4 quarters. But like I said last night, guarding him for 5 is impossible. So eventually he's gonna find something. He's gonna get going. And unfortunately for Southeast Select, it cost him the game. But the guy's just been on an unreal tear. I mean, there's nobody else that's playing, scoring the ball at that level right now. Cooper Flag for he's averaging more for the season but he hasn't had a stretch like this. He's just more consistently putting up the same numbers. So if Towns can keep it up, he'll definitely pass him up
Yeah.
eventually.
I say this one part on that front. I think Cooper Flag does it more with will than skill. And not saying that he's not skilled, but it's will and size. And for Jafet, it is absolute skill. So that's my stance on it. I've said enough about it. It's time to hop in the paint. Post up, but make sure we get out the key because we only got 3 in there, man. Big matchup, heavyweight matchup. The Beasts of the East, Coach Drayton, Isaiah, Doc Ock, Losi Thomas, KPJ, Levin Cutler, and No Kearney taking on Tyree Wells, Jason Holbrook, Daniel Irvin, and did I forget to mention the Dunk God? They're hosting them. What are the 3 keys you're looking for in this matchup on either side?
I think the main key for Cascadia tonight is going to be keep doing what you're doing. You're undefeated. You're 7-0, perfect so far. I wouldn't change a thing, regardless of who your opponent is. You're finding ways to win games, sharing the ball. You have 3-4 guys that can lead you in scoring on any night. I just think they need to keep doing what they're doing. For Beast of the East, I think they're gonna have to share the sugar a little bit more tonight. They're 28th in the league in assists, and KPJ is the only one that's averaging more than 1.5 assists, and he's really stepped it up in that area recently. Because before, I think Isaiah James was leading them in assists. So I think they're gonna have to share the ball a little bit more tonight, especially against this Cascadia team. Playing isolation ball is not gonna get it done. And it's for the third key. I'm gonna have it's the rebound battle tonight. Cascadia is the 6th best rebounding team, 3rd in offensive rebounding. I think that neither team's gonna be able to afford to give the other one any extra possessions tonight. And I think that if the Beast of the East allows Cascadia to get the 7 offensive rebounds they get per game, they're gonna lose this game.
Big time matchup, a lot on the line. Last year's champion going up with the team that looks like they could be the powerhouse for this season. This is all going to be followed up by Best Coast Ballers heading into Queen City Kings. A lot on the line for those 2 teams to turn their season around. Big night tonight. Get my last few shout outs to the people I seen come in late. Emilio Torres, shout out to you. I like that AOP style. Todd's Journey in the building doing big things out there. School's already looking at him. Tyree Wells out there. Shout out to all you guys checking in here early and staying locked in. There's a lot to be said about that. So, Cascadia, Beast of East, coming up in just a moment.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Shooting Gallery here in Richmond, Virginia. Tonight, we have Game 1 of our SimWorld TV doubleheader between Cascadia and Beasts of the East. I'm B-Ron. Alongside me is my man, J-Rock. J-Rock, pleasure to be here with you in the booth for what is sure to be a phenomenal barn burner of a basketball game.
Yes, B-Ron, without a doubt, always a pleasure to be in the booth with you as well. Got the undefeated Cascadia tonight going up against the defending champs.
Yes, absolutely. This is, like I said, it's sure to be a fantastic game. Cascadia coming in undefeated 7-0, and their win last night against Bad Boys, 76-71. Got them there. This is their first real back-to-back scenario that they face all season, as travel has been a topic of conversation here lately around SimWorld Prep. And we will see how that impacts them in this one. Beasts of the East, on the other hand, 5-3. They won their last game as well, 73-72-52 over the Heartland Zombie Hubs back on January 3rd. Well, both teams coming off of games where they played recently and trying to continue their various streaks, or in Beasts of the East case, stop a streak on the other hand on Cascadia's side.
Yeah, this would be a huge momentum pull for Beasts of the East if they were able to pull it out tonight.
Absolutely, and Isaiah James took the three-pointer there, and it did not go, and there's Tyree Wells on the inside. Unable to get the turnaround jumper for him to go. Let's talk keys of the game here. Hang on a second. We're going to see a great finish, and there we do. Levin Cutler. I thought we were going to see a dunk on our hand, but no. Layup works, 2 points, just fine. Keys to the game. Let's start with Cascadia first. J-Rock, what are your keys to the game for Cascadia to walk away 8-0 and after this was all said and done?
Yeah, I think for Cascadia, it's pretty simple. They're the top scoring team in the league. They're the best. They're the most efficient shooting team in the league, first in field goal percentage at just under 53%. And so I think on offense it comes down to just taking quality shots and, sharing the wealth, whatnot. And then defensively, playing tough defense and forcing the East to take some tough shots.
Yeah, exactly. I think that those are very good points there. Cascadia trying out the win. We saw Jason Holbrook there hit a deep two, man. That was a tough contested shot. Here comes KPJ around the screen. 3-ball right on his hole. Kasim Porter Jr. getting the first three-pointer of the game for Beasts of the East to fall. And there's a foul on Tyree Moy. We're going to take a quick break before the inbound. Come right back, folks.
First team foul.
Welcome back, everyone. 5-2. Beasts of the East have the early lead here in this one. Not too much to make things just yet, but let's talk Beasts of the East. Let's talk about their keys of the game, J-Rock. What are they for you?
I think Beasts of the East, they're just going to have to play tough defense. Play their brand of defense, and that's when they're the most successful. It's with that tough, aggressive style.
Yeah, I think that we're definitely going to have to see a lot of that from them tonight, because this Cascadia team has a lot of weapons all up and down this line. With Tyree Moy gets himself going. Speaking of Tyree Moy And for these new players on BC, Tyree Moy, Losi Thomas both come on and made impact in the scoring department. And Losi Thomas, he is probably the best scorer on this Beast of the East team in some people's minds. Do you think that there should be some lineup changes coming for Coach Drayton, who we know does things a little differently than most coaches do when it comes to how he puts his lineups together, his starting lineups, and that kind of thing? He doesn't have a true starter bench role. And there's Daniel Everett for 3, not able to get the ball for him. But what do you think about Coach Drayton and his, we'll say, unique approach to his lineups?
I think with Coach Drayton, what you see more of, like you said, is he plays the matchups at times almost with the starting 5, it seems. But the way Tyree Moy and Losi Thomas have been playing, they are definitely making a case, I feel, to have starter quality minutes. And if they keep it up like they have, then it's going to be tougher and tougher to, keep them out of it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Right now, Beats of the East looking pretty good on both sides of the ball, leading 7-2. Javon Jackson has it in his hands. I think he gets blocked by JoJo Kearney. And now coming the other way with it is Kearney. Pass inside to the other big 11, Cutler. But it's Daniel Irvin on it, makes easy work of him. Barbecue chicken time, 9-2. Beats of the East out in front. Timeout here as Cascadia uses another one here. 9-2 Beast of the East lead. We're going to take a quick break here after one timeout. Come right back, folks.
SimWorld presents Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
What's up, everyone? This is Big Bob.
And this is Elava.
And we are the co-hosts of Around the Table with Ian the Fat Man.
Around the Table is the SimWorld Sports podcast where Big Bob and I give our takes on various sports from around the world.
Make sure to tune in every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time to hear our takes.
And don't forget to join in the conversation with us on Discord at discord.gg/SimWorldHoops.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter and YouTube at SimWorld4K. And as always, see the game, be the game.
Later, folks.
Welcome back, everyone. 9-2 Beast of the East lead. Now, I said it on top of the broadcast. It's a TV doubleheader. Don't go anywhere after this game because at 8 o'clock, we will have the Best Coast Ballers going on the road to take on the Queen City Kings. You'll see Renzo Bryan, Sky Durant, Marco Jacobs, newcomer Marco Jacobs, putting Queen City on the map, trying to anyway. And again, we're going to bring in Suno Champa, Willard Krause, and all the other kids over there. DJ Davis, all those kids at Best Coast. That's going to be a fun matchup, too, for sure. Any thoughts on that one, Gerard, as we get back to action here?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how Queen City performs, after that last game where they kind of struggled off and on. But Marco Jacobs, I mean, you cannot say enough about the way he has led that team and the way he has been scoring the basketball so efficiently.
Yeah, you sure can. He's done a really good job on this season. There's Jason Holbrook on the glass, cleaning up the mess, making it 9-4. And, we had a little bit of time here in the first quarter to settle into the game here a little bit. And there's Tyree Moy behind the back move. That was
Tyree Moy got jiggy with it.
Really did. 11-4. Beasts of the East are really putting themselves out here on a good path to begin this one. But we're here at the shooting gallery, a renovated art gallery that's turned to basketball court, and the environment here definitely reflects that. You're hearing over the PA, you're hearing a lot of the classical music being played that's turned into with some beats later underneath. It's a very different environment here from your typical basketball, what you would think of a basketball court to be like anyway. And this is one that's really, really different here at SimWorld Prep.
Yeah, without a doubt. But I got to tell you, I love it. I love the classical music. It gives me very much Bridgerton vibes, which I really love. I really love about it.
Hey, look, that's not a bad thing there at all, my friend. But 13-4, Beast of the East leading, and there's a few matchups we can look for in this one. One of those, we saw it a little bit ago, Evan Cutler versus Jason Holbrook, as the shot there was no good. We're coming back the other way with it here. Cascadia struggled here in the first quarter. Daniel Liberman step back three, no good. And Tyree Wells can't get him in position to grab the rebounds. With Cassine Porter Jr. up with a quick by Kevon Jackson, and 2 more points. Put him on the board for Beast of the East.
Nice move to exploit the baseline drive there by Cassine Porter Jr. You gotta love that quick first step.
And he looks so quick getting by Jackson there as Tyree Wells gives Cascadia 6 points in the quarter. This has not been a good start for Cascadia at all. The #1 scoring offense in the league, folks, in Symbol Prep. No, don't expect to see them start off slow very often, but here tonight, that's what's happening here.
Yeah, very rarely have you seen. Ooh!
Yeah, Kevon Jackson, the dunk god, getting himself involved in the offensive flow here. Under a minute to go in the first quarter.
And elite athleticism is a lot of the reason why he is a consensus top 10 player in Symbol Prep.
Yeah, he's so dangerous, so dangerous. And he's made the transition from the Reading Trays to Cascadia very well. There was a lot of hubbub about him moving from Reading Trays to Cascadia. You know, last season towards the end, when in the race to 1, he made comments about him wanting to leave, and there was thoughts that it might not even happen at some point, but it did end up happening after Arthur Lattimore decided to leave Cascadia and go to Lone Star. They ended up replacing Lattimore with Kevon Jackson, and they looked to have the conversation of, you know, that's when the talks began about, you know, is Jafet Towns and Kevon Jackson product of each other and all other stuff. We know that is not to be true at this point in the season. We can confidently say that is not the case at this point in the season. I think so anyway.
Right, and you talk about Cascadia and, you know, the departure of Arthur Lattimore over the offseason, and, you know, you got to talk about Jason Holbrook kind of stepping up in his shoes too a little bit.
Sure do. We can see that conversation when we get back from the break here after the first quarter. Beast of the East have a good lead here. We'll see if they can keep it up. Come back to the shooting gallery here on SimWorld TV.
Welcome home.
Mom, Dad, this is Cindy.
Cindy, yes.
So nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you finally. Travis has told us so much about you.
All good things, I hope.
Yes, of course.
Good.
Please,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh, Mom, no.
Dad, this is Shannon.
Oh, hi.
Shannon?
And this is Aaron.
Hey, cutie.
That is Jessica. Jenny, Sarah, Megan,
Hi.
Nicole, Elizabeth.
Use in moderation.
Welcome back, everyone. Second quarter action getting ready to begin here. 15-8. Beeson East out to a dominant start here in the first quarter over Cascadia. And are you surprised, J-Rock, to see Cascadia be held to 8 points in the first quarter? As that, again, they are the leading scoring offense in the league.
Yeah, without a doubt, I'm definitely surprised, especially when they come in, averaging 70 points a game as a team. To see them be under double digits is definitely a huge shot.
Yeah, Justin Halliday, though, trying to get him back in double digits. Can't do it there with the 3-ball. On my end, look, I'm yes and no, I'm surprised. I'm surprised because, again, like we said, high-scoring offense, we know they have a lot of weapons. They can easily get points. But I'm also not surprised because of Coach Drayton, and we know his ability to watch film and study players and all that stuff. And I think he does a lot of scouting of teams coming in the game. So if anybody's going to be able to do it, it was going to be, in my opinion, Coach Drayton to do it. Find a way to limit this offense in the first quarter. He did just that. The question is, can they keep it up throughout the course of the game? And there's Losi Thomas attacking the basket. My goodness.
Yeah, if you're looking at if you're looking at teams who could, hand Cascadia their first loss of the season, Beast of the East is definitely up there. So I wouldn't say it's a huge shot, kind of going back on what I said a little bit, but 8 points, I thought 8 points was definitely a surprise.
Yeah. Look, some people would tell you to stick to your guns. I will say no. You can't change your mind, man. You can always change your mind. Proud of you, J-Rock. Proud of you for listening to other options and changing your mind, my friend. And there's Tyree Wells struggling here in that first quarter. Only 2 points and didn't get a bucket there of his own. Great job from Jojo Kearney over to Q Dozier. Tough shot there, and there's timeout for Cascadia. Dre Pope and company are going to talk it over. They're going to talk it over, and, we're going to talk things over too here. Because we got to think about YouTube, where you're watching the game right now. SimWorld TV, the place to be for all things SimWorld Prep. And the only way you can do that is here on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/SimWorldTV. Hit the like button on the stream, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notify button as well. Be notified when all of our SimWorld TV things go live. All the shows, live streams we have, the pickup games that get streamed. When people want to get their phones out and record pickup games, this is where you can see all of that and more from SimWorld TV. So be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'd love to have y'all here on the YouTube channel. So yeah. Getting back to action here, though, J-Rock, is Cascadia is going to have the ball. Substitutions for both teams as they make some adjustments in the early part here of the second quarter. Let's talk about Cascadia again. Hang on, Justin Halliday for 3, fires and gets it to fall to 2-pointer. Deep 2 from Halliday. But again, they struggled in that first quarter offensively. What a pass down the court. Don't you see that a whole lot from teams? But yeah, Losi Thomas has his hand being guarded by Daniel Urban, trying to attack, does so, and gets points on the floor.
I really like Losi Thomas taking that matchup one-on-one down to the rim there, and a beautiful finish out the sequence of footwork and handles.
Absolutely, but Daniel Urban going right by his man, made it look easy. 21-15, Cascadia trying to get back into this game, and they're doing a great job. And now look at this. The press, it worked. It stalled for a minute, but it doesn't matter. And guess who? Wilson Thomas once again getting points, 23-15. Beats the East is in their lead. I like the idea to employ the press and pressure on the inbound as well. It stalled them for a good bit, but there is a blunder you can't have. 3 seconds on the offense. That's Kevon Jackson camping out in the paint too long. Can't stay in there. Turnover, BC will have the ball now as a result.
Yeah, you gotta love the court vision and the smarts to beat the press there. And if Cascadia keeps that up, they're going to have to. Ooh, that was just not pretty.
Back to the fool moment right there. but no, J-Rock, you're right. You know, you can't make those kinds of mistakes. One in a game where you're trailing, but two in a game where you're already behind the 8 ball because you struggled in the first quarter to get your offense going. As Dozier has just fired for 3 and it almost went in. Unconventional from Dozier, not his shot. But when you talk about it down, you got to take those, unfortunately. Wilson Thomas now working on Dozier, gets rejected, but it's going to stay BCE's ball as Urban couldn't corral it in time. We're going to take a quick break, come right back. Welcome back, everyone. 23-15, Beasts of the East have a lead here in this one, and they've had it for majority of the game so far. Then Tyree Moy drawing the foul on him. Foul called on Jason Holbrook. So Tyree Moy going to go to the free throw line for the first time in this one, I believe, for both sides. This is the first free throws of the game for either side.
Yeah, we have definitely not seen hardly any free throw action here tonight. Like you
call
said.
Call what you will, refs letting them play, whatever it may be, but regardless, Tyree Moy here at the free throw line for 2. First one up and in for him. Moy coming in, averaging 10.5 points per game, 85, may as well say 86% from the free throw line. And he's from Exeter. You pronounced that right? New Hampshire. I saw it. It looked like Dexter with just the E there instead of the but. And so it might be Exeter, New Hampshire, New Hampshireans. Let me know.
New Hampshireans.
I don't know, man. But I do know Daniel Irvin's firing a 3 and doesn't get it to fall. Kasim Porter Jr. grabs the board and comes back up the other end with it. 11 Cutler has it poked away. Holbrook corralling the steal. Now slowing things down here. As Cascadia is trying to find some rhythm offensively, and there's a fadeaway jumper that's no good. Not the best shot selection there at all.
Cascadia trying to get back into this game, you gotta be smarter than that.
Yeah, gotta be smarter than that. As Kasim Porter Jr. tries to go around Dozier, but ends up spinning the wrong way and goes out of bounds instead, turning back over to Cascadia. Now down by 10. 2:40 left in the first half of play here. Great pass inside and a great finish from Q Dozier. That pass inside from Zachariah Livermore, phenomenal pass. Talk about threading the needle, J-Rock. Talk about threading the needle, man. Those are the kinds of passes that'll make a college scout go, ooh, your eyes light up a little bit. That was a nice, pretty pass.
Yeah, court vision is definitely a skill that really cannot be taught.
Cannot be taught, as I would like to see Jason Holbrook back. Kasim Porter Jr. down all the way on that one. Instead, Nachi took the jumper and missed it. Now, all kinds of shenanigans going on here. As the ball bounced off of the back of the rim, took a crazy bounce. Ended up going out of bounds as a result. So Dozier's going to check out. Tyree Wells coming back in the game for Cascadia. 2 minutes left in the first half of play. Looking at the scoreboard here, I mean, you all see it. Cascadia only has 17 points, and they are being held. Again, this is not expected from them coming into the game, as Tyree Wells Gonna have a foul called on him. We'll see Kasim Porter Jr. goes to the free throw line. First personal of the game for Wells.
Kasim Porter Jr.
Yeah, and if you look at Beast of the East and a guy like Tyree Moore, kind of going back to talk about him for a second here.
Yeah.
He reminds me, of a guy like Michael Porter Jr. Truthfully, roughly the same build-wise, kind of the same skill set. I mean, Moy's he's not shot the long ball really as much, but I think you can definitely find some comparisons within the two.
Not a bad comparison there at all, as Porter goes 1 for 2 there at the free throw line. Making it 26-17. At 1:40 left here in the first half of play. There's a three-pointer that rattles in. Zachariah Livermore.
Cascadia trying to close the gap as we get pushed to halftime here.
Yeah, they've got it down under single digits now. It's up to 8. After that Kasim Porter Jr. basket there, it's down to 8. So they're doing a job of cutting into it. And I think if you can stay here, stay in that that 4 to 8 point range going into halftime, I think you'll feel better about it, especially after the first quarter you had. Daniel Irvin tried his luck inside. Can't get it to go over the taller Tyree Moy. All the trees in there, man. Tough to get that shot if you're Daniel Irvin right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot from Daniel Irvin tonight, but he's going to have to step it up in the second half to be a huge part of Cascadia coming back.
And they've got so many weapons, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast. They've got to find a way to get all of them going. That is not good court vision at all there. Turnover. And Moy has it in his hands. Back over to Porter. Porter trying to find some room here, make something happen. Pass going inside by, oh, wait a minute, got back the Beast of the East. And they get points as a result. Zion Elias McKibben. Right place at the right time, young man. Final 10 seconds here of the first half are taken away. Urban gonna hold for the final shot. Holbrook giving him a screen. Inside to Wells. Wells gets rejected by Tyree Moy, and that's how the first half ends. Beast of the East, though, will go into the locker room up by 10, 30-20 in this first half. We saw Cascadia struggle offensively. Beast of the East defense has really, in my opinion, been the big difference in this game so far for them and why they had to lead J-Rock.
Yeah, without a doubt. And if you're Cascadia going in the second half, I think you just got to be patient and run your sets and just try and find a way to, penetrate and do something against this Beast of the East defense.
Yeah, they gotta find some way to get it going here if you're Cascadia's offense in the second half. And, we'll see how they do it, but it's going to start with getting 1, 2, all their stars going. We'll see how they figure it out come second half. Halftime, we're going to take a break, come right back, folks. Second half coming up.
Ladies, we ask your forgiveness. Please forgive our immaturity, our outbursts of tacky compliments. Forgive our browser history. Forgive our hormones taking control of us. Forgive us for thinking an open shirt is the ultimate weapon of appeal. Forgive us for opening our beers like primates. Forgive for taking a no as a yes. For insisting on playing a guitar that doesn't exist. And please forgive us for never washing our hands. Ever! Schneider, the beer with the exact maturity for the man who's in the process.
Welcome back, everyone. Third quarter. Second half back to the beginning here at the shooting gallery, and the home crowd is very happy with their Beast of the East as they lead over the undefeated Cascadia 30-20. Now both teams are switching sides, and for Cascadia's sake, they're hoping that the lid's going to call for him after that first half of play for them. They, again, held to just 20 points in that first half.
Yeah, and definitely another thing for Cascadia that I think really caught Simon. Whoa!
Need to get more of that guy going. Kevon Jackson, the dunk god himself. Need to get a lot more from him as he's trying to put himself in the conversation for potential player of the year, which we can get more into here in a minute. But go ahead, finish your thought, J-Rock.
Cascadia, you know, in the first half, they shot 2 of 10 from 3, and I think they're going to have a chance of coming back in this game. They're definitely going to have to. Whoa, Jason Holbrook.
Jason Holbrook with a LeBron-esque chase down block sort of thing. Very nice to see it. Unfortunately, on the other end, they were not able to score as Lucy Thomas fires a midi. No good, but on the glass is Levin Cutler, putting them back up 10.
Levin Cutler, one of the top uncommitted players in SimWorld Prep currently at this point. He's definitely done his part for Beast of the East thus far tonight.
He absolutely has. A little finesse there from the big fella, Jason Holbrook. Showing off a little of everything here in this one. It's Beast of the East, they had a good first half. Everybody pitched in pretty much. Cassine Porter Jr. led the way for them in points. 8 coming out of the locker room as Thomas fires a 3. No good on that end for Lucy Thomas, but for Cascadia though, again, you know, they really struggled to get a lot going with any consistency as Daniel Irvin attacks and finds 2 points, bottom of the net there. Cutting into the lead here, J-Rock. It's looking like this could be the start of a turnaround for Cascadia perhaps, as they need it desperately.
Yeah, they need to capitalize on this momentum in the last few stops that they've gotten.
Yeah, they're not out of the game by any means, and they weren't out of it, you know, going into locker room only down 10 points. So it's not like it's a foregone conclusion, but things can spiral pretty quickly when you have a troubling first half. Like Cascadia, you want to give them the opportunity to do so, and there's Jason Holbrook. My, oh my, young man. Go get it.
Jason Holbrook, one of the best 15-year-olds in SimWorld Prep in my eyes. To think Cascadia will have him for 2 more seasons after this.
Right? It's insane when you think about it. Beast of the East are going to take a timeout, though. But we're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to go anywhere because we got to talk to you about social media. At SimWorld 4K. We're on X, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook. Pretty sure even if you're interested in things professionally, like Marsh had said, we're on LinkedIn over there too. So go to all those places. Be involved in the SimWorld community. Those are the best places to do it. And yeah, at SimWorld 4K and all of those various places where social media exists. Where doesn't it exist these days? It's the real question, right?
Yeah.
Social media has become a worldwide phenomenon here, and SimWorld is heading that direction. Get on board early, because it's called. Let's just say it's called SimWorld for a reason. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, we coming.
Absolutely. Cascadia doing their best. They're doing their best to get themselves back in this game as well. It's 32-28. Got to cut down here a good little bit. As that is a hook shot from Cutler that does not go. The other way, Cascadia Halliday with it inside to Dozier. There's Dozier using his body inside to get 2 points as a result. Cutting the lead to 2. Here we go, Cascadia picking it up here. This is the best they've looked at, and that is going to help them out a ton as the long pass of Lucy Thomas is overthrown, and we'll see Cascadia take over.
Perfect opportunity for Cascadia here to capitalize and get on a run.
Absolutely perfect. You're absolutely right about that, J-Rock. And, you know, if you are Coach Finn, you're not happy about that possession. You're not happy about this at all. As Daniel Irvin gets to the bucket, it's a tie game, 32 apiece. Here we go, J-Rock. Basketball is once again back here in this one.
Yeah, we could very well have a down-to-the-wire finish now. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Great defense there by Cascadia.
Absolutely. Their defense looked much better here in the third quarter so far. And, you know, Yells is very proud of Cascadia defense way they're playing because it starts on the defensive end. And Daniel Irvin gets the mid-range jumper to go. We'd love to have seen him take it inside for the easier layup, but decided against it. Luckily for him and Cascadia, the jumper fell, and Cascadia now has the lead. First time this game that they've led in quite some time, but it's a tie game once again. Thanks to DeMarco Grant, former Yacht Club baller, coming over to the Beast of the East in the off-season recruiting period and getting crucial points there for his squad, tying the game up. And there's some great defense. Poor decision there from Jackson, dribbling into the double team in the corner. As now BC is looking to take the lead right back. Lucy Thomas with it. Going inside on Irvin, using the glass. Go.
Beautiful contact finish there for Lucy Thomas, man. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's a tough finish too. The body control it takes to do that. But Q Dozier going up and getting the lob from Daniel Irvin.
QD Dozier right there.
Man, what an impressive pass too, though, from Irvin to Dozier. But Irvin getting beat defensively by Lucy Thomas. Lead is pinballing back and forth here. Beast of the East heavily once again seen a few lead changes just in the last few seconds, it feels like, as it's a tie game once again. This time thanks to Daniel Irvin.
Daniel Irvin trying to take control of this game for Cascadia. He's been their spark plug thus far here in the second half.
Yeah, he really, really has. And right now, Daniel Irvin not ranked in the composite rankings here, but we very well could see that change soon as Lucy Thomas gets more points for Beast of the East. This has been a back and forth affair here, coming down towards the final few minutes of the third quarter. This has been really, really impressive to see. Irvin inside to Dozier. Dozier gets it back out as they reset things. Shot clock down to 4 seconds. Halliday for three. No good. As Michael Graham grabs the rebound. He's going to try to do it himself. Instead, kicks it over to the corner to Lucy Thomas. Minute 22 left in the third quarter, and there is a jumper from 11, Cutler. So they just had the jumper in the bag, as Cascadia is going to take another timeout here. The lead extends a little bit for Beast of the East, but it's been looking slim here for him. These last few minutes, we're going to take a quick break. Come right back, folks.
Ladies, we ask.
Left here in the third quarter. Beast of the East hanging on to a small lead, 42-38. Be some subs from both sides as play gets ready to resume here. Looks like Cassine Porter Jr. checked back in the game for Beast of the East. Tyree Wells to inbound. Into Holbrook in the corner, who's now being doubled in the corner, gets a good spot for it, and it's going to pay off for Beast of the East, resulting in a turnover. Great job there from Beast of the East, double team Holbrook in the corner. That's where you want to get that double team at, in the corner where there's no room for you guys to maneuver and find help. Help has to come to him, and unfortunately, Holbrook forced the pass way out to the top to keep trying to reset things. Did not work out.
Yeah, that was picture-perfect double team in the corner by Beast of the East there. That is exactly what you want to do, and it had the exact outcome that you would want.
It had the outcome on the defensive end, but not the offensive end for sure. Unfortunately, Tyrone Moy couldn't get the shot there to fall for him. We're now under a minute here in the third quarter of play. And there's a screen, and the shot is up, no good. With Livermore going up and couldn't get it to go. Great pass inside. Can't finish it though on the other end. Kearney got denied on the defensive end.
Beautiful pass by Levin Cutler inside there.
Yeah, and those are the kind of passes that scouts looking for, especially from a big too. Drop those kind of pass off like that'll get you some more notice too, as Cutler gets foul called on him. We'll see Jason Holbrook now come to the free throw line. You mentioned he's 15 years old. He's listed here at 7 feet. At 15, 7 feet is crazy. Man, if I was 7 foot at 15, I'd be playing basketball too. I'm just saying, man. I find a way to figure it out.
Without a doubt.
Holbrook gets the first one to go, looking to make it a 2-point game. What would you do if you were a 7 foot at 15 years old? Let us know if you're watching here on the live stream. What would you do if you're a 7 foot, 15-year-old? Some of you may already be there, and it's fine. But hey, look, let us know anyway. Some people would like to help people get things off the high places, off shelves, I'd probably be one of those people too. Look, I'm gonna use my height for good. I don't have height now. I'm gonna use what I do have for good, you know what I mean? 5 seconds left though here in the third quarter of play. Tyree Moy, jumper off the glass and in. The bank is open, or is it? I was gonna go to a review and see if the shot actually counted though. These are always fun. We don't get a lot of these here, J-Rock, and with the way, unfortunately, that when here set up, we won't see, a game clock comparison. So we kind of have to just go off of what we saw here. It didn't look to me like he got off in time though. It didn't look like it did. I don't think it'll count. Pretty shot all the same though.
The officials have looked the call over, and it has been ruled.
Oh, looks like they are going to count the points. So that's how the third quarter ends. 2 more points for Tyree Moy as Coach Pope losing his mind on the sideline. I don't blame him there, but boy, oh boy. Fourth quarter coming up, an exciting one here. Finish is going to be great. Come back to the shooting gallery for the fourth quarter of play. Beast of the East lead 44-38.
Cheap Cherokees make them holler. My name is KB and I'm the Mac with it. I won't stop till I reach the top and keep moving. So can't nobody hold me down. Faces frown, cause they thought I fell off foot. Rebound in this game like Cheryl Swoop. MVP, so ain't nobody stopping me. My destiny, blow up in this game of rapping. Their fingers snapping, guns collapsing, screaming my name.
Welcome back. Put those fours up, folks. It is fourth quarter time. Beast of the East leading 46 now to 39. After the Cassim Porter steal and transition layup, easy pick and turn into points. Easy to get in the fourth quarter, and here in the fourth quarter, J-Rock, it's time for things to turn around for Cascadia. That's a great way to get it started. Jason Holbrook with the dunk there, getting things started for them. They need more Tyree Wells and Kevon Jackson, I think, here in the fourth quarter for them.
Yeah, without a doubt. Kevon Jackson is your guy for Cascadia. That is your stallion. That is your chariot. He needs to be that dude for them if Cascadia wants to come back and win this game.
Sure does, but Cassim Porter is not going to make it easy on them, folks. Drilling another 3 ball, 49-41. Man, this BC East offense looked really balanced, really effective all game long, pretty much. As Dozier tries to attack and gets the ball knocked out of his hands, but he does get it back, though, luckily for him. Unfortunately, shot clock winding down. They got a fourth of a shot here, and it's blocked as Tyree Lloyd gets another block. We're going to get a quick break. Come right back, folks.
If you really want it, you can have it.
Brand new clothes for all your kinfolk.
You can have it, dog.
Twanky Lorenzos on the Benzo.
You can have it, dog.
Rose from your toes to your ears.
You can have
Up
it,
in the
dog.
club, VIP, poppin' Belvedere.
You can have it, dog.
Beachfront property in Miami.
You can have it,
Slow
dog.
tipping on the Bentley, dripping candy.
You can have it, dog.
And all of the shit you seen on BET.
You can have it,
and all the
dog.
shit that you saw on MTV.
You can have it, dog.
You can have it, dog. You can have it, dog. You can have it, dog. Straight up. If you really want it, you can have it. Achieve it. If you really want it, you can have
it. 49-41. BC East still out in front, folks, and they're looking to put this one away and end Cascadia's 7-game win streak. As a reminder, Cascadia is undefeated coming in the game. They have not lost a single game all season long. But right now, that streak is in jeopardy as they're down 10 after that Cassim Porter Jr. layup there.
Cassim Porter Jr. really taking charge on the offensive end for BC East this far here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly. And look at Kevon Jackson.
Jackson
getting the
Dunk God.
The dunk god himself, getting 2 more points. They're going to need a lot more from him coming into this fourth quarter as we get down into later stages here. A couple minutes gone by now in the fourth quarter. BC East, I think. Do you start to maybe slow things down here a little bit early in your offensive sets, perhaps, or do you still kind of play at a decent pace?
I'd say if you're BC East, I'd say it's a little too early for me personally to start slowing down quite yet. But honestly, with what's been working for them so far in the fourth quarter, I'd say going back to Cassim Porter Jr. Put the ball in his hands and, just keep doing what you've been doing.
Oh, the big boys go up to collide. And Levin Jojo Kearney actually came away with the block there. Jojo Kearney came away with the block there on Tyree Wells. But not that time, though, is Tyree Wells said, I'm going to get one back, and he sure did get it back there. Porter has some trouble here bringing the ball up the court, being pressed by Irvin. He is able, however, to get it past the front, over the half court line here. Is Cutler going to work here on Holbrook, and no points for you, says Jason Holbrook, as he plays great defense, hands up, not fouling in the process as well, and pulls up for a jumper. Can't get it to rattle in on the offensive end for it. A little bit of everything there, just couldn't get the bucket in Holbrook. He's had a good game though for Cascadia. But with what the result's going to be, I think he's had a pretty good game for them. But again, they need a lot more from everyone to close this one out. Porter for three, that one short.
It's for Cascadia to get back rolling here and get some momentum.
There's Kevon Jackson.
Finish.
Yeah, the nifty finish from Kevon Jackson definitely going to help. I like the idea, too, of kind of backing up at the last possible moment, using the underhand layup there, getting it to go, because if he tried to go over the top, I would have been blocked again by Tyree Moy, who had a really great defensive game against Kevon Jackson. Speaking of Moy, there he is, relative end, cutting back door, finishing with points.
Kevon Jackson with the scoop on that last shot for Cascadia. I mean,
that's the word looking for, a scoop. Thank you. Exactly what I was looking for there, J-Rock. Scoop.
Hit him with a little bit of that sauce.
Yeah, a little bit of sauce, man. And there's Kevon Jackson once again. Now he's starting to come alive here. And like you said, this is when you need him to. Fourth quarter, need your stars to play like stars, and right now Kevon Jackson is doing just that. They need to get some stops off defensively and string them together. So this consistently, yeah, there's a stop, but it's a stop of the clock and a whistle, foul on Tyree Wells.
That's his second personal, first.
Get a shot of Coach Dre Pope there as Cassie Porter comes to the free throw line really quick. I don't know if you listened to Blazing Takes earlier today, J-Rock, but Assad Drayton said that Dre Pope is the most overrated coach in SimWorld Prep. And, you know, coming into this game, that had to light a fire under both of those two. And, you know, maybe it's a bit of intensity coming into the game, and that's, look, I wouldn't be happy about it if I was Coach Dre Pope, and he wasn't. Saw his comments earlier talking about, you know, we'll see how over I am after tonight. And I mean, look, it's been a well-coached game from both sides, but right now, Beasts of the East are doing the important thing, winning the game right now.
Yeah, do we possibly have some potential beef brewing between Coach Isaiah Pope and Assad Drayton? Be interesting to see as the rest of the season plays out.
Yeah, who knows? Could be the start of a little coaching rivalry here in Snowford. We love to see those. Everybody getting after it here. Even the coaches getting involved with each other. It's good for business all around.
Gotta love some good beef.
Absolutely. Tyree Moy unable to get that one to fall for him. Holbrook, though, going to try one of his own. No good. That would have been big. They needed that one. As there's a great defense there from Kevon Jackson. I was going to say the sun is starting to set here on their win streak, but not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Ain't over yet.
No! Almost saw a great alley-oop finish instead. Great defense and points on the other end. Basically, Tyree Moy fired up after that one, rightfully so. It's ended the Beast of the East lead. That's a mouthful to 8.
Cascadia, the time to attack is now.
Yeah, they're trying, but that's not the shot you want there. You don't want to settle for a jump right there. You have some time on the shot clock. Continue to work through your work the possession, work the ball around, open it up for your guys to get into space. And now I'm standing around here in the possession from both sides here is not a good possession, and it's gonna hurt Beast of the East if they get no points. Irvin for 3, no good. We have now reached the final minute here of this one, and lost track of everything there as the current is out of bounds. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Come right back for the final minute and 2 seconds here at the shooting gallery.
Mom gave you a whole bag of Doritos just because your fish died? Here, boy, I won't hurt you. Bath time.
Billy, are you sharing those Doritos like I asked you to?
She's okay!
Welcome back, everyone. J-Rock, it's time to talk player of the game in the final minute of it here. Who is it for you here in this one?
I think for me, it's for Beast of the East, it's Kasim Porter Jr. You know, especially the way he has taken charge, you know, here in the fourth quarter. 17 points, you know, all crashed in the boards, and he's had some very nice looking passes. So for me, it's KPJ.
Yep, I have to agree with you there. It definitely goes to KPJ, and we're going to see him get more points here. Yes, we will. That gives him 19 now on the night, and I believe, we'll have to check, but I believe that's a career high for him, at least this season, in terms of points in a game. We'll check that, and we'll find that out later on, get clarification on that for sure, but he's had a big night for BC East when he usually doesn't have a big scoring impact, but he's having it tonight, and the streak is all but over with that one there as that was, we believe that was Jojo Kearney who got the last 2 points there for Beast of the East, and final 10 seconds here rattling off, and yeah, the streak for Cascadia comes to an end thanks to Assad Drayton and the Beast of the East. 61-54, they walk out of here. Get the home crowd hyped up. The champ from last season knock off the undefeated team this season. No more undefeated teams left. We'll see you in game 2 coming up. Bad Boys, Queen City Kings. Look anywhere, folks, for that one. For J-Rock, I'm V-Ron. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you in game 2 coming up next.
Hello and welcome to the High Court Sportsman Rec, and I am Siege here with my very, very good friend, Maestro. Maestro, how are you doing tonight?
Well, yeah, man, what you got going on?
Dude, not too much. I'm here to watch a good basketball game. Got glasses of water next to me. Remember to stay hydrated. And
stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated, right? It's important, but more importantly, I'm here to watch this game. We got two teams who, one of them we didn't really expect to struggle so much in Queen City Kings. The other one, we kind of expected maybe a little curve from them having to learn how to play with this new roster. But they've seen some success. They've found, a new leader in Suno Chapa. Ali Cortez has really stepped up for Best Place Ballers. And this man, Willerite Kraus, has been kind of a beast down low. He's really kind of replaced Evangelos Mullins, and there he is right there. He's a little less athletic, but he's more of a load down low. He uses his strength and his size really well. And on the other side, I mean, look, we can talk about Queen City all day. We know that they've got a lot of guys, and they just haven't been able to get it together this year, Maestro. But coming into this, for Coach Skinny Washington, what's your game plan tonight?
I'm going to say it outright, Siege. This is about, when you got teams like this with this record, and oh, by the way, these records are earned, just to not be nasty about it. It's about who's going to get it right. Like, who's going to buy into the system, who's going to do what they need to do, who's going to step up to the game plan, and who's not going to play hero ball, okay? Because, oh, by the way, not all heroes wear a cape, but at least some heroes get the job done. And that's what's been happening for both of these teams. It seems as though as soon as we seem to see a system about to happen, right, if something goes sideways and then it's just total chaos. And then it's back to a sort of a system. And you can only do that so much in a league that's this close together. You can only be top 10 in so many stats and have such a horrible record because all it takes is you not doing one thing right. And for both of these teams, all season has been consistency. They just haven't been doing that.
I would agree. I think inconsistency is the key, and I almost want to give Best Coast a little bit more of a pass because, like we talked about, this is pretty much a completely new roster other than the returning Dre Ryder, but he hasn't really been featured for this team. So really completely new roster, and you kind of expected some of these struggles kind of getting together and playing together. This Queen City's a pretty new roster, but a lot of the guys have played together before. They're loaded with with some talent that are big names. And I think you're right on the money calling it inconsistency. I think it was me and you actually were down in Miami calling Queen City's opener against the Yacht Club, and Nitro, they looked like a well-oiled machine. They were lanes, they were playing defense, they were running the floor, and I'll say it again because we said it probably at least 69 times that night. They were filling lanes, and they were doing it beautifully, and somewhere along the way, things just have fallen apart. They have found this guy right here at the free throw line, Cairo Windsor. Sorry, that's not Cairo Windsor, that's Marco Jacobs. Marco Jacobs has been phenomenal all year, but I'm almost at a loss for where this team goes from here. They've got to figure something out.
Man, Siege, and I don't want to pile on, but I'm going to pile on. The reality, you hate to say it, the reality of it is sometimes you just have to do what works. And we've seen a team like earlier tonight, we saw Cascadia get their first loss, right? But what did they do all night? They stuck to their game plan and they got back into the game. Now their slow start hurt them, but they never left their game plan. And what did they do? They made it a game at the end. It's just they couldn't overcome such a slow start. If something is working for you, you keep doing it. And we see this, and by the way, all over sports now. It seems as though coaches went and opened up some bottle of brain juice that they weren't ready for. And it's like, I'm going to outsmart the universe. And they end up getting themselves in trouble by just keep it simple, do what works. I need to score more points than you, which means I need to score and I need to stop you from scoring. That's what this game comes down to. And if it means filling the lanes, putting your hands in the passing lane, like what just happened, you have to do those things every night on the regular. You'll get your highlight moments. You'll get your Rick Blaze talking about you, or Marsh talking about you, or whoever talking about whatever you did so awesome. You'll get that. But you got to play the game first. That was a tough move inside. Good play.
Really tough move. Yeah, like you said, you'll get those flashy moments. You'll get the big personalities all over SimWorld TV talking about your big moment. But what you need to make sure is that the simple guys like Siege and Maestro are loving your game, because that's where you're going to find your consistency, your defense. And that's one thing that when we have seen Queen City look good, and so far this game, it's what they've been doing, is when they're playing really good defense and they can get out and run with this team. When they can do that, they have found some success when they can run with Carter Fields and Nick Hugo, two very athletic, very spry big men. When they can get Cairo Windsor open shots because he got lost in transition, nobody could find him. That's when they've found success. Not when they've tried to run some super complicated offensive scheme that hasn't worked for them.
Absolutely, and that's what they're doing right now. They're getting their hands into the passing lanes. They're staying man-on-man, side ball leverage. Look at that, great steal. Just talking about it, and they pull it out for us.
Look who he's going to find.
Run to the rim. That's why you don't put the ball down. You get it high, you stay high, you put it down hard. Choose violence. Get a warrant. Do what you got to do. Don't put that. You're going to get blocked every time when you do this. Come on, fellas.
You guys heard it straight from Maestro. Get high, stay high, and get a warrant. And
there
drink
you
your
go.
water.
And stay hydrated.
Of course, that's all in the context of a basketball game. Please do not do that outside of the basketball court. I appreciate it. Thank you. Except for the water part.
That was a perfect play. He got the ball down by the rim, up over his head. Taller guy had leverage. He put it down. Gave the man coming up behind him a chance to block it. But Marco is cooking tonight with those three. There you go. Marco Pulo, baby.
You know who Marco reminds me of? I believe he's from North Carolina, and wouldn't be surprised to see him get a couple offers from a couple North Carolina schools, maybe even in the near future. I know he's got a couple years left in SimWorld Prep, but maybe in the near future. But he reminds me of, I don't know if you remember, Joel Berry played for North Carolina. One of those guards who, he didn't pan out in the pros, because a lot of people don't, but he was just that guy who could take over, and he had this confidence about him, this air to him. Like, he was just a bucket. That's who Marco Jacobs reminds me of.
They are getting it done. They're getting stops on the other end and converting on getting stops on the D, converting on the O. Look, come on. This is how you play basketball. This is how you get up and you stay up and you make it work.
Get up, stay up. Here we go. And Best Coast they got to figure something out offensively. First quarter's coming to, that'll do. I mean, it's not the highest percentage shot, but if it goes in, it's 100% shot.
Now, if that's going to pan out, where they're going to have to take desperate shots like that, they're going to be in trouble all night.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sky
Durant
with another bucket. He's been taking it to Pseudo Chop. Pseudo Chop has been on him all night, and it's not going so well for our guy Pseudo.
No, it's not. And I'll tell you something right now. You got Sky Durant got 3 inches on him, right? 6'8" over 6'5", but he also has that dangerous first step that he's been utilizing all night long.
There's something about someone who can go from 0 to 60, so to say, in half a second, like Sky Durant can. It doesn't just help for cars; it helps in basketball too.
Yep, you always step to your opponent's back foot because you'll always beat them. No matter how quick your step may or may not be, that gives you that leverage that you need, and that's what Sky Durant's been doing all night. He gets Suno off balance, and he steps toward his back foot with an aggressive step. He's passed him already.
Yep, smart guy, but Best Coast Ballerz on a little stick though run here, I believe. Not a whole lot, but enough to make it back to a single-digit contest. 7-point game here as the first quarter dwindles down. Let's see how they're gonna answer. Nick Hugo's gonna take it inside on Willerite. Krause can't get it to go. Offensive boards, we'll talk about those, Maestro. You can't let a team that's already beating you get those second chance opportunities.
No, not at all. And oh, by the way, that was all Will right there. He got stopped the first time through. What did he do? Get the ball back. He kept the ball high and went to the rim. That's how you get it done down low. You don't give your opponent a chance to get on your back. Oh,
absolutely not. Good, simple basketball, and we're going to take a good, simple break here, and we'll be back for the last minute and 8 seconds of this first quarter. Hello and welcome back here. Last minute here in the first quarter. Maestro, Best Coast has kind of kicked it up a little bit, looking a little bit better in these past 2.5 minutes, but Queen City they've been rolling tonight on offense. Marco Jacobs already 10 points, and I don't know what that was, but Cody Arnett, the 6'5", 223-pounder, gets that one to go.
You know, if you're going to take a tough shot, you better make it, because otherwise you're going to look really bad. You're going to look really bad if it doesn't go in, and that's exactly that was a tough shot. I guess you just will that one in, and sometimes you just got to do that.
I'm going to add that to my list of wise man quotes. If you're going to take a bad shot, it better go in.
There you go. Look, Suno was finding his game there for you. I think he heard you. He might be waiting for you by your car later, see. It's okay. You can ride with me.
That's all right. Me and Suno are good friends. We're good friends.
You know, but here's how you get your game going. Is it easier to score from 2 feet or 20 feet? Don't answer the question. It was rhetorical. Get your game on the inside, go to the rim, make it hurt, do what you got to do, and work your way out, because that's how you can turn the game around. Take the stuff you know that's going to work. Oh, my goodness gracious. 13 points in the first quarter. He's already he's already over his half of his game average already.
Well,
I'm sorry, we're talking about Marco Jacobs, everybody.
He's still well over half of his game average, and over the first quarter, he's got half of Queen City Kings points here so far. He has no breaks on this one. And speaking of taking no breaks, we are going to take a break. That's 26-17, end of the first quarter. We'll be right back here with the second. And we're back here. Exciting second quarter ahead of us. Queen City Kings holding a 9-point lead over Best Coast here. A lot of ball left to play, but that's a lot of time for Marco Jacobs to rack up a lot more points here, Maestro.
Absolutely. Already over half of his season average. He's got that in the first quarter, and he looks like he's just not going to slow down. And oh, by the way, again, Queen City Kings doing what? Stop the ball, move the ball, and this is how you build your lead. And they're going to have to do that this half, because they gave Best Coast a chance to kind of sneak back in it there. And they need to make sure that doesn't happen this time.
A great dish from Marco Jacobs, hits Daquan Holton on the cut, and he gets a tough acrobatic shot to go. Tyler Hunt coming down the other way, and Tyler Hunt's another guy. He's got some talent for this Best Coast team, hasn't got a lot of opportunity. But when he's in, he makes the right play most of the time. This Best Coast team does have talent, but like we've said multiple times, I think they're still trying to figure out how to get it all together. That's insane. What a shot. Wearing 41, yes. Looking like Dirk on that one.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I tell you what, there's something to be said for guys who are 13 feet tall who refuse to stand in the basket, but that's okay. We can talk about that later.
Don't even start with me. Look, our guy Willie Krause right there, he's only 6'7", so I give him a pass. But I agree. If you're 6'10" and you're shooting faders outside the paint, I don't want you on my team unless your name is Dirk. Maybe Tim Duncan. That's it.
Listen, brother, at my best, I was 6'6". I always loved going in the paint against the 7-footers. They just made me glad I didn't wear a helmet, because I was always putting my head in somebody's back going, let's go, let's go.
Funny story, similar, except I'm way shorter than 6'6". When I would find myself in the post against the big man, we actually had a division rival when I played high school ball who had this kid was 6'9", which was crazy for our division because we weren't like a huge school. And he was posting me up all game. I don't know how they kept getting me switched on to him. Poor coaching on our side probably. But I kept ending up on this 6'9" kid. You know what I did one time? I got really frustrated. I pantsed him. I pantsed him in the middle of the game. I got myself a technical, thrown out of the game. And while you're here, you like these stories, go ahead and like the video. You're here, like the stream, give a little love. SimWorld TV on YouTube. You've already watched the doubleheader here tonight. You can find it here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the most part. We've got games on games on games. You want to see more competitions like this. You want to see more high quality talent. Just follow, subscribe, like it, whatever they call it here on YouTube. It's called subscribe. I was being facetious, but go ahead and join us. Don't miss out on more action. And you get to hear a little bit more of me and Maestro talk about the summer of 04, which I'm saving for another time. But when we get there, you don't want to miss it.
And if you call in right now, I'll show you my tattoo.
Whoa, I haven't even seen that one.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want you to kind of see what was going on there, but you know, nice. It's nice. It's nice.
It's nice. Oh, here we go. Renzo Bryant throwing the ball up. Best Coast has cut it to a 4-point deficit here. Marco Jacobs still in the game. I'm not sure he's come off the floor, which I have no problem with. When you're that good, you're 17 years old, 16 years old, excuse me, you can play 32 minutes of basketball, and when you're that good,
Absolutely.
You should.
And you know what? This is being smart. He realized he had the leverage. He saw the open floor, ran to it. Oh, but that's a little payback going on right there. That again, you know, I tell you, you know, at some point, that should have been help side. As soon as Suno took that step, it should have been help side waiting for him back there. Nobody there. Suno's just going to go to the rim and choose violence every time.
Every single time. And here they go. They're back up the court. DJ Davis, highly touted recruit, had a quick moment of fame. Has had, I wouldn't call it a disappointing season, but has been underwhelming so far. I think he's got to get in his rhythm because we know he's a very talented guy. He's a great shooter. Hasn't been able to really hit his shots recently. But that's the thing about shooters, and we all know this. Shooters get in slumps more than anybody else. It's part of when you shoot the ball instead of going to the rim every time. You're gonna have slumps. You just gotta trust yourself. You gotta get out of your head and you gotta trust yourself.
Right, that's right. And you know, again, how do you do it? Work your way in, get yourself comfortable, but you always have to believe. It's not gonna happen. The shooters will definitely always believe in their shot over anything else, no matter where they are on the floor.
I always used to say a good shooter shoots 100% every time. And I would say that because me as a shooter, I never remembered the shots I missed. So in my head, I was 100%. I only remembered the makes.
There you go. There you go.
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's half the battle is mental as a shooter.
Yeah, another 20% is something else. Math is hard.
That is
good ball
hard,
movement
you know
there.
Not hard. Picking who's gonna win this matchup. I'm gonna say Queen City pulls this one out, but it's early. Let's see what we got. Can Best Coast keep this run going? Because Marco Jacobs isn't on the floor right now, Maestro. This might be their chance to get going.
Well, you know, you have a point there, but it hasn't necessarily been his defense that has been like keeping them over top. It's been the offensive side, and though he's been the main focus, he has had some help.
We're gonna take a quick break and be right back. And welcome back. 5-point game here. Queen City Kings with the lead. We got about half the second quarter here to go. And we're going to find Daquan Holton at the line shooting 2. See if he can extend this lead a little bit. Marco Jacobs and Carter Fields returning to the lineup for Queen City during that break. And Holton can't get the first one to go.
Yeah, you got no matter how you shoot, especially with free throws, you got to come with balance. And I can't tell if he's falling back, forward, or to the side. It's just like, just someone needs to work with a little bit on his balance. That's all. And he's just going straight up instead of forward, and that's just not going to be good for a free throw shooter.
Nope, you got to keep your balance, and more importantly, you have to make your free throws. They're called free for a reason.
Yes, indeed.
You never get an easier shot.
Again, Queen City Kings with the good ball movement. Nice spread on the floor right here. Again, got the ball to Jacobs. Great passing all the way around.
Hugo can't get the jumper to go. Not usually his shot, but let it fly anyways. Gets the 3 to go. I believe that was Ali Cortez in the corner. No, that's not Cortez. That's Arlo Cook. Excuse me. Looking like PJ Tucker hitting those corner threes. You got to love that. But Marco Jacobs, there's no stopping this man, Maestro. There's no stopping this guy.
He knows it. It's that first, you look at his first step, whether he's going to the left or going to the right. He does the textbook move. I step toward your back foot against your weight. The only way you can stop me is by grabbing me, because once I've done that, I'm already past you.
Simple tips from Maestro. Take notes. He's giving you the cheat sheet for basketball.
Oh, by the way, we're down to a 1-point game after that 3.
Oh, and here they come. Best Coast with a chance to take the lead on this possession. See what they run. Duno with the ball in his hand. Guarded by Durant. Gets it up in the paint. Gets it to go. Hawk shot for Daquan Holton.
Help side was a little too late. They were playing man too hard. And if you're going to be late with help side like that, you might as well just go on and open floors between you and the rim. You just take it. And that's exactly what they did. Smart ball.
Oh, great help defense there by Suno. Sky Durant made his defender fall with the spin move, but Suno was right there for the contest.
Yep, I think the EMS is out there with the stretcher right now to get the body off the floor. It's too bad he didn't convert.
Couldn't get it to go. Oh, shake, no. Hey, Ali Cortez can't get that one to go. Queen City with a chance to retake the lead. It's time to see how Queen City's going to respond to this. Had a pretty impressive lead in the first quarter over Best Coast, but Best Coast came storming back, and now it's Queen City's turn to respond. Hugo with the board.
Great rebound there. Tough side on off the weak side, but if you're gonna come back, you got to come back strong. And oh, by the way, you're starting to see a little bit of pressure right now, a little bit of pressing going on from both teams now, because they realize that it's back to being a game.
Yep. Once the score gets a little tighter, people tend to turn it up because, as we all know, the goal is to score more points than the other team.
Yep, that's rule number 2.
Oh my God!
Oh,
did that not go in?
That looked like I thought it went in. That
went in.
That definitely went in.
That I'm pretty sure went in.
I tell you, we have definitely the psychology of performance here. One team takes a dunk, another team takes a dunk. One team takes a 3, another team takes a 3. You have to get in control of your emotions and stay in your game, because that's how teams get out of their game. Something might work for them that might not be working for you. And we're kind of starting to see Queen City Kings get out of their game. Here's that inconsistency we talked about earlier. They played so well, now they're getting out of their game. Oh
my God. Krause hit him with the old MJ one-hand ball fake.
Oh, that's an old man move right there. Get it. Here, kitty. Here, kitty. Bye, kitty.
Carter Fields with the nice finish at the rack. 3-point lead for Best Coast. They flipped the script. Looks like they'll take either the last shot or what will likely be the last shot here on this possession of the first half. See if they can extend it going into the locker room. Ali Cortez.
definitely holding for the last shot. You want to get up on the man right now. You want to put pressure on his handle hand. You want to put pressure on his hand and make him pick it up.
Suno can't get it to go. 1 second left. They're not even going to get a shot up.
Oh, you got to be aware of the clock there, fellas.
You got to know what's going on, but I'll tell you what's going on. Best Coast Ballers up 38-35 on Queen City Kings as we head into the half. Marco Jacobs with an electric first quarter. A little disappointing second for the whole Queen City Kings as Best Coast came storming back. Maestro, if you're Coach Skinny Washington, what are you telling your guys in the locker room right now?
We need to remember what happened in the first quarter and do that again. We got our offense off of our defense, and that is our game. It's worked for them all year long. They need to stick with that. Deny the lanes and then move the ball up in good transition, but they need to start going to the rim with intention, not just doing sloppy flip-up shots. They have too much talent just to keep giving the game away like that, and that's exactly what I would say.
Absolutely, and Best Coast found some of that success. We'll see if they can maybe find a little bit more of that come the second half. Hopefully they can keep it going, but either way, I'm looking forward to a good matchup here. We'll be right back after this.
What's that?
That's a swear jar. Every time someone swears, you put a quarter in it.
Who gets the money?
I don't know. We'll use it to buy something for the office, like a case of Bud Light or something.
Fucking awesome. You, Bob.
You, Jim.
Eric, I have a bag on line 3 for you.
Can I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your pen?
Will the owner of a white station wagon please go yourself?
We're gonna go down there and we're gonna some ass. We're gonna some. We're gonna do whatever we have to because we're gonna some.
Hoop.
Doesn't count.
Shut the up!
I am so proud of you mother suckers. Here.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
And welcome back here at the High Court Sports and Rec Center. 3-point lead here for Best Coast. They came storming back in that second. We're going to come out here and see what kind of adjustments have been made for Queen City, see if they can reignite that fire they had in the first quarter. But Maestro, what exactly was that, and how do they regain it?
So they need to keep their hands in the passing lane, and they're not doing that right now. That's how they get now. That's a good trap down low, but you also have to, there you go, you also have to trap with intention, and that's exactly what happened. You have to make it hurt. You have to make it hurt fast. Keep your hands in the lane, and when you get that disruptive play, everybody starts running. The first person down, number one rule, you run to the rim, and they were doing that in the first quarter. It stopped in the second quarter.
Run to the rim. filling your lane. Simple tenets of basketball. You execute and you get rewarded. It's not a hard thing to understand.
Absolutely.
Whoa!
Oh, Marco Jacobs again.
That's also that's a great way for them to get back going and just put the ball in Marco Jacobs' hands. He seems to know what he's doing out there.
I'm telling you, people overlook the impactful move in the paint to get a 2 when you're in a slump because the pressure automatically comes off of everybody. They start to breathe again. You start to relax. Okay, yes, we can score, and then everything else can go out from there. So in a lot of ways, when you have an inconsistent team, you want to get in as close to the rim as you can, get the easy buckets, and let the game relax out.
Ooh, good bucket there.
Great move in the paint. And oh, by the way, all of that was technically wrong, but what did he do with the shot? He realized, I don't have leverage, let me float it. And that's how you know a player already has their move, their solid move down. They're able to make a good choice after a bad choice. And that's how you know that game for that kid is slow.
Durant answers right back with the triple. Queen City Kings retake the lead here.
Retake the lead. Oh. So I want to get this straight. He could have ran right to the rim. It would have been 2, but no, let me take a 16-footer instead. I still got 2. In his mind, it's probably a good shot. It could have been a lot easier if he had ran straight to the rim. And he's so fast, nobody would have caught him.
A score is a score.
Yeah, your score is a score. You're right. The score is a score.
But, like you said earlier, you missed that shot, you're going to be embarrassed because you had a wide open lane. Routh with the rebound. He's going to just push it up the other way himself. See if West Coast can get something going. Bury Queen City.
Wow, quick trap with intention, good rotation. That's good defensive move there. But West Coast Ballers are moving the ball around, going weak side, strong top, and that was a good shot right there. Just didn't go down.
Happens sometimes. Basketball can be an inconsistent game for you, regardless of how good you are.
I'm really surprised at how well West Coast plays the. Oh, now that definitely went in.
That one went in. Yeah, my sure. That went in.
Wait. That was a Nick Hugo sighting, right? Oh my goodness. Let me check off my bingo card.
Oh man, that one should be the free space on a bingo card, but not so much.
Not so much lately, but that's okay. I think he's going to make up for it in the second half of the season. But I was saying earlier, West Coast plays a great two-man game. Unfortunately, sometimes they pass themselves out of that two-man leverage by passing into traffic. Great pass. That's a great pass. That's not a good pass. That's a great pass. What did he do? He skinned it across the back shoulder. He noticed that his man's defender was looking at his man and not looking at the ball. You throw it to his back ear. You're going to get that all night long. Good job. Great job.
All night long. Sorry.
Uh-oh. You know what happened? Look, listen. You know what happened in California at the time we started singing? Next thing you know, it was January.
We can't legally talk about that, Maestro. You know that. And if long two from Sky Durant goes, that's going to put Queen City up 5.
Yeah.
Arlo Cook answers right back with a triple of his own. Once again, you said it earlier, Maestro. These teams seem to be just going toe for toe. Whether it's a dump on the court, whether it's a good shot, whatever it is, they seem to just respond however the other team did.
And you know, there's a time and place for that, but this ain't it. Not if you're trying to build your lead. Right now, your focus, Queen City Kings focus should always start with that. Oh my goodness, I just had a new brick in my condo. Hold on, I'll be right back. Queen City Kings, their offense always starts out their defense, and West Coast Ballerz has a great two-man game. And it's so weird to watch them try to match each other when their games are so opposite. It's like, I know if it's clear to me, and I have an IQ of 7, that they should definitely know what's going on.
You would think, but once again, you're never really sure. High ball game here, 47. Oh, Renzo Bryant, haven't seen a whole lot of him tonight, but he finds Sky Durant. You can't get the wide open one to go. Duno Chopper running ahead. Contested layup, and the Harm gets it to go. He'll head to the line, try and get the old-fashioned three-point play.
And you know, Suno Chopper, the way he runs the break is just what you want to see all night long. Again, not to quote that song again, but the idea here is he took advantage of Durant being unsure of how he wanted to leverage off his defense, and as soon as he saw Durant make a little move to the left as he was stepping out, what did he do? He moved to his left when he was around Sky Durant in no time at all. That is high IQ, knowing what your strengths are, knowing what your defender's weaknesses are.
I don't know, the game, once again, a lot of basketball, more than people realize, is really a mental game. You got to have high IQ. When you talk about the greats in this sport, you talk about guys who had really, really good basketball IQ. And Shaq.
Again, yeah. Again, great move. Queen City Kings, when they have help side D and they're able to they're able to stay in the lanes, they are unstoppable. But when they play flat-footed, just like what we've seen in the last last 6 possessions, where they stand there and let someone come through unmolested into the lanes, nothing good's going to happen. And then what happens? They get crowded, they get tangled up, and it's a turnover.
I feel like Marco had kind of a lane there. I don't know why he didn't take it, but guess who is going to take the lane? DJ Davis there with the slam, the shooter. He's going to rise up, play above the rim on that one.
You know what happened? When Marco was going in, one of his teammates was coming in and brought a defender with him. So all of a sudden, that part of the floor got crowded a little too quick before he could make his move. Great pass while you go down low. See, that's what I'm talking about. We'll take the 2, but we're going to have words about that. We watch the film, I tell you that right now. Why go under the rim to your defender when the rim becomes a screener for you and you're the side by yourself, especially with Sky Durant's ability? Just go up, choose balance, knock off some paint, make them come find you. Just say, look, here I am, bye.
Sky Durant here.
Such a talented kid.
Really is.
Kid with such a smooth shot. I just like to see him get a little more aggressive with his athleticism, because I think that's the only piece that he needs to develop to go with his outside game. He can have a presence on the inside. And once he learns how to move his feet, he won't get abused like that.
Absolutely, but Willwright Krause on that one. We've seen some really good one-on-one post action from Krause. Quickly established himself, in my opinion, as one of the better post technicians, and what a great cut from Sky Durant. Gets wide open under the rim.
Absolutely. And oh, by the way, what did he do? He took the ball. He did go up. No, I would have liked to see him choose violence. He was nice about it. But again, with his ability, he could do that all the time. He's so fast. He's so long. He's so quick. And if he just learns to move his feet just a little bit, he'll be a great defender.
I think there's still time for him to figure that out.
100%. 100%.
Pretty good amount of time.
And listen, not to be rude about it, but his teammates are kind of leaving him out. Nobody's rotating once they see him beat. And by the way, once you see him beat, it's too late to rotate anyway.
Got to rotate on time. Help defense.
Marco Polo is back.
Marco Polo.
Don't call it a comeback.
Willwright can't get that one to go.
Move. There you go.
Xavier Bryant, otherwise known as Weapon X, is going to get the stop on that play.
And oh my goodness, he could have wrote a book and made a move on that play right there, but he got an assist out of the deal. That's how you do it. You get your teammates involved. And oh, by the way, we're back to 56-56.
Can't get the tough one to go to end it. Get the board. Can't get it to go. We're all knotted up here at the end of the third quarter at 56. It looks like we've got a nice fourth quarter ahead of us, and we'll be right back for it after this. And welcome back here for the exciting conclusion of what's been a pretty great game so far on my show. Best goes Ballerz, Queen City Kings all knotted up at 56 apiece here at the High Court Sports and Rec. What's your game plan here for the fourth quarter for both sides? What gets you out of here with a win?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is do what B-Ron would say, put up those four.
No, I haven't heard that one in too long.
And actually, that's my move right there. Both teams need to start working their inside-out game. We know that is Best Coast strength, but Queen City Kings, they need to start working inside-out offensively, but they need to be more aggressive defensively because that's where their offense comes from.
Yep. Defense to offense is one of the best offenses around historically.
100%.
That and Marco Jacob.
Oh, there you go. There you go. All the way. Thank you.
Chose violence on that one. That one was just for you, my show.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my boy right there. That's what's up. That's what's up. Holla at your boy.
And here we go. Queen City taking a 2-point lead. Here's Willerite Krause. He's been phenomenal on the play. There he goes again. That little hop step right around his defender. He's done that a couple times tonight.
You know, you talk about he's so good at reading that body leverage. He saw where his man was leaning, and he went the other way. What? Oh my goodness! It must have been free Sundays at the mall, along with that alien, because there was nobody in the paint to play defense on that.
Nobody around, no help defense, no rotation. You gotta have the help defense. It's vital. Willerite Krause back to the post. They're gonna double him on this one.
Oh, and they doubled him just in time, but he was smart to pass out of it. I tell you.
DJ Davis couldn't hit the three in the corner.
Queen City is finding that defense. That's what they're going to need. But Best Coast, they're still right there. They need to stick with that strong two-man game. They have a very impressive two-man game. They need to trust it and lean on it.
Renzo for the contested three, can't get it to go. DJ Davis pulls down the board and runs immediately the other way. Down the Krause, he's got the one-on-one with Nick Hugo in the post. He's been unstoppable one-on-one down low. Can't get it to go though.
I think he was surprised. I think he was surprised that move worked because he saw his man get off his feet early, and you know you have them. As soon as they leave their feet, they're yours.
And what a job there by DJ Davis. Draws the charge on Sky Durant, who's been pretty aggressive tonight. But there you go. Draw the charge.
My night is made. I need a charge, baby. I need a charge to know it's right. Somebody hit me in my chest. Knock me down right now. Gotta have it.
Willerite Krause hit him with the old man pump fake again. Hits the fader. Can't get it to go. He's gone cold here. Daquan Holton running the other way. See if Queen City can extend this lead a little bit.
We just called it strong two-man game. That ISO is okay, but it hasn't worked for you the last 3 times down. You need to make this count.
And that'll do.
There you go. Great hands, way to play defense. Queen City got a little congested at the top. Take advantage of it. Just put your hands in between the two men. Next thing you know, balls in it, you can move.
And Marco Jacobs can't get that one to go. Oh, 2 quick buckets in transition for Ali Cortez, a dunk and a nice corner 3. Best goes Ballerz retaking the lead, and they're up 3.
It's almost as if the teams have switched jerseys right now. We've seen Best Coast Ballerz go from defense to offense, and we're seeing Queen City play a two-man inside-out game. It's just like, what was the movie where you touch somebody and you trade? Oh!
Jesus.
Oh my goodness! No, I can't blame Jesus on that one. Great block. There we go. Defense to offense. I tell you, great move by Sky Durant. One day, I want to sit all these players down and talk about the need for violence in their finishing move. They're so athletic. They're so powerful. I'll just love to see them utilize that more because I'm telling you, I think they would make at least 30% more of their shots in the paint if they were to do that.
I don't know where you pulled those numbers from, but I like it.
You don't want to know where I pulled them from either, but trust me, they're out on the paper right now, and it's not recyclable. Let's just say that.
Well, I did want to know where they were from, and now I don't, but we've got 2-point lead here for Pesco's Ballerz. Marco Jacobs can't get it to go, but Daquan Holden gets up and tips the ball back in.
Great follow-up. That's how you stay with the play. Help side defense is just as important as help side offense, and that's what he did. He saw his man go in. You go to the opposite side of the rim. You're there to clean up the shot. That's what you want to do.
No bucket there. Someone's going to have to take the lead here.
Yeah, and that's his 5th miss in a row, right down in the paint. I feel like he's pressing a little bit, and that's not his shot. He's very relaxed in his shot, and he hasn't been the last 5 times down.
Oh, my God.
Now I hope people realize how strong a move that is. With all the congestion and down at the corner of the paint, he was able to make that turnaround move happen. Impressive.
And we're going to make a quick break happen. We'll be right back. And we're back here, 70-68 lead for Queen City Kings. I mean, right before the break, we saw quite a little move by Marco Jacobs there, Maestro.
I tell you something, it's beyond a little move. You got a guy who's 6'3", who goes into the trees, and he was able to, in traffic, be able to make that 360 move. That shows you his intention and quickness He made everybody watch a movie while he did his move. And if you're going to go in there and you're that small, you have to go with intention, just like that. And oh, by the way, 3-point. Next thing you know, what is it? Best Coast up by 1 again. This is going to be a good game to the end, baby. How about your boy?
Harley Cook having an efficient night from beyond the arc. Hits another one. Let's see how Queen City answers here.
Yeah.
Gonna get one of his own. Can't get it to go. Here comes West Coast. Great find in the corner. Oh, what a pitch!
Oh, what a pass! What a pass! Look! You run backside against leverage just like that. You go over. Your man stands like he's gonna take a shot. He takes the pass instead with the opposite hand. Good things happen, baby. Oh, it's on now. 3-point lead.
It's it to go. Sky Durant with a quick answer. 1-point game. Minute and a half left to go. You got a good one here, Michael.
80 seconds, baby. Let's make it count. Come on. Somebody give me some money. Let's go.
I have no money for you. No, I lost it all in the summer of 2016.
Oh, no. You know what? I have you, bro. I got that. I'm going to give it back to you.
Oh, thank you. Wait for that.
There we go. There we go. 1-point lead. A chance to take the lead right here, baby. Look for Marco Jacobs. Look for Marco Jacobs. He's got the top of the key. Good pass from Scott Durant.
Coming off the screen.
He's never met a 3 he didn't like. I guarantee you that, whether he made it or not.
And the foul by Daquan Holton. Pseudo Choppa, excellent at getting to the rim and drawing the contact. Does it there. He'll go to the line for 2 with a chance to make this a 3-point game.
And baby, there is an IQ thing right there. If I got 2 players in front of me and I got the lead, I know they're going to be anxious for the ball, right? What do? I split them like a sandwich. They're going to come in at me. Somebody's going to hit me all day because I'm going to go to the foul line, man. Make it easy. That's what you do. Smart move. High IQ. I keep saying about that kid. High IQ, high IQ, high IQ. I love it.
High IQ. If you didn't hear, he's got a high IQ. He hits the first free throw, and here's the second. See if he can make it a 3-point game with 45 left in this one. Gets it to go.
So what do you do, C? What do? Do you go for 3, you get an easy 2, and then get a stop? What do you do?
You see what the defense gives you, but I'm trying to find Sky Durant or Marco Jacobs coming off a down screen. But there's Sky Durant in the post. Nice little shake. Gets it to go.
There you go.
Looks like someone with a similar name on that play.
Absolutely. At 100%. Oh, by the way, what do you need right now? You need that stop. You need that stop early.
Oh, my God. Arlo Cook. He has been so good. So good from beyond the arc.
You can't stop what you can't see, baby. Oh, my goodness. Good move. Catch it. You know what he looked like right there? I'm going to say the name. Don't yell at me. He looked like a little Reggie Miller action. How he would catch it and release so quick. That's how you do it. You make sure that you catch the ball in leverage with your feet, squared up, angle 44 degrees. Boom. Release it right on your spin all night long. He's been doing that. That's how you make it count. There they do it, baby. There you go. I tell you. All right, okay, Siege, what you got coming for me here? So now we got a different game. We got a 4-point game. 25 seconds left. Maybe almost 26.
But you got to be quick on this one. Like I said on the last possession, I still think I want to see either Marco Jacobs or Sky Durant. Right now, Sky Durant's been the aggressor and he's been hooping, so I think you almost use him as a decoy and have him set a down screen for Marco Jacobs and give him a chance to hit a 3 and bring it within 1. I think that's what I'm drawing up here, but we'll see what Coach Skinny's got in the tank.
Well, in this particular case, if I want to do that, I want him to run, catch, and shoot. Run, catch, and shoot. Going to get the shot up right away if you're going to do that. And everybody else crash into the board, crash in smart to make it work for you. You get the rebound quick, too. Then you decide if you want to foul or not. I would probably say, yeah, you want to foul right away. Save as much time as you can.
Time is not your friend here if you're Queen City. Your best
Absolutely
it
not.
Is.
You got to get this shot off faster than 3 seconds. That's got to start there.
Well,
and the 3 seconds.
See what they're
Too
gonna
long.
draw here.
Too much time.
Down the sky to red, the pull up in the mid-range, can't get it to go, and I don't know how much I like that one.
With all the wonderful things they've done tonight.
We'll take a quick break and be back for 12 seconds left. And to make it two-possession game, and they will!
Definitely gonna have to look elsewhere.
Oh! Welcome back here, and we've had an interesting one, Maestro, but let's talk player of the game. Who do you got tonight?
I'm going to go off book a little bit. Arlo Cook, the way he's been coming up with those timely threes, I think right when you needed them, I got to give it to my man.
See, I wish you hadn't, because someone had to say the obvious one. Suno Chopper with 26 leading this team tonight. But I actually tend to agree. Arlo Cook, not only was he 5 for 6 from 3, a lot of those threes came in very timely moments, gave a lot of momentum to Best Coast, and I don't think they come out of this one on top without it.
I completely agree. And Queen City, too many seconds off the shot clock when you got to take it right away.
Absolutely. Queen City's going to fall and lose another one. 80-74 Best Coast. Best the Queen City Kings tonight on SimWorld TV. Thank you for being with us. From me, Siege, from my broadcast partner, Maestro, from the guys out in the truck, and from everyone here at SimWorld TV. Have a wonderful night. Remember to drink your water and see the game, be the game.
Be the game!
This has been a presentation